Sorry, Nabil, you'll get used to it. Kawhi Watch Day 6, still waiting on the decision from Kawhi Leonard, fresh off winning a championship with Toronto. He's taking his time deciding where he wants to take his talents. The general consensus is he'll either remain the King of Canada or go home to Southern California. We will see. Our NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski joining us now. All right, all three of these teams want Kawhi Leonard, my friend. But why do the Lakers need him to make a decision sooner rather than later?
Well, it'll help them to build out the rest of their roster. They have over $30 million in cap space, and they can break that off among several players. But players like Danny Green, who, you know, even though he's played with Kawhi Leonard in two different places, won titles with him with the Spurs and the Raptors, if Kawhi goes to the Lakers, well, Danny Green probably goes to the Mavericks.
He's not going with him.
No, because they don't have the money to pay him what he could get at the market.
Got you.
He'll go in the opposite direction of Kawhi Leonard, not because he doesn't want to be with him anymore, because that's where the cap space is. If Kawhi goes anywhere else, then Danny Green very likely goes into the Lakers cap space.
Wow. So take a listen to Danny Green talking about the waiting game, since we just went over the impact that all this is having on Green.
I'm worried also. All those things come across the board. If I miss out on opportunities to get the short of the stick, which would suck. So I'm hoping that, you know, he makes the decision soon. We have a couple things in place that's lined up. We're going to see how much longer these games will wait. I don't think much longer than another day or so. And then, you know, hopefully a good decision comes out of it, not just for him, but for me.
I know that's his boy. Kawhi's his boy, but he sounds like he really wishes his boy would make a decision.
Well, but what it really tells you, too, Jay, is this, that one of his closest friends in the league doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
Because Danny Green could move with knowledge of where he's headed. And the fact that he hasn't makes you wonder whether anybody really knows what Kawhi's going to do here.
I'm on that side. I don't think anyone knows, and we will know when we all know, really. As for Danny Green, 10-year vet, career 42% shooter from three, so someone's going to get him a good player. Woj, thank you so much. As news breaks, he will fix it.
All right, so baseball for you. Pirates and the Cubs. The Pirates, they're the sixth set of teammates to be drafted in the top three. This after becoming the first freshman duo to average 20 points in a season. Catch the action on ESPN and ESPN, the app, joined by our front office insider, Bobby Marks. And you know, when you look at this Pelicans team, you look at that roster compared to the roster they have now. It is amazing what David Griffin has been able to do. How was he able to revamp it so quickly?
It is amazing. This is your 33 and 49 New Orleans Pelicans. We called them, team turmoil last year with the Anthony Davis. And when we look at what David Griffin's been able to do, it's basically been four different moves here, which started the night of the lottery, right? Zion Williamson. Then it was the Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, draft assets for the next 4 or 5 years. Then it was the night of the draft, Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the trade with Atlanta. And then it was J.J. Redick, and then the trade for Derek Favors come the first night of free agency. So a lot of different moving pieces. I love their depth of this team. I think when we're talking certainly about Zion Williamson here, it's about the expectation level, right? We're going to go in tonight with Williamson and expect him to do 25, 10, and 5.
Of course.
And I had Derek Favors, who New Orleans had in 2010 in the Orlando Summer League. Derek was terrible. Derek was so bad that Rod Thorne, our general manager, called me and said, I think we just drafted a bust here. So I think there has to be that expectation level as far as what we're expecting with Zion tonight, as long as, you know, he'll be right in the long run here.
Right. So he does have some pieces around him for sure. Now we talk about the New York Knicks. And listen, there was a lot of negativity around this team, around free agency and what they weren't able to get. They did get R.J. Barrett in the draft. He could be special. What are they going to do to build that roster around him?
Well, they've already started. They used that $70 million in cap space. And I think when you look at where this roster is, right, certainly R.J. Barrett is the centerpiece here. They added Bobby Portis, Julius Randle, Kevin Knox. Dennis Smith was acquired in the Kristaps Porzingis trade. I like their depth, really. I like Reggie Bullock, Taj Gibson, Wayne Ellington, Elfrid Payton. But here's what Knicks fans need to watch.
Okay.
And I know where we're going here. Player development 101, right? That's it. This is all about the development of Barrett and the young players here. Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox. This is something Knicks fans don't want me to say. Cap space in 2020. We saw what happened this year, but they do have the flexibility as how they time their contracts. All these players have team options for next year. And then this is where the future is. first-round picks. They have all their first-round picks along with the Mavericks picks in 21 and 23 from the Porzingis trade. So, although things did not look good a week ago, things will be fine in New York. But you just don't skip the steps in development right there.
I swear I'm not trying to troll them, but right now Caesars has them winning the Summer League. They're the favorite to win the Summer League.
Can you even do that in Summer League? Can you bet on Summer League?
Apparently you can. And Knicks fans, you got the best team there, so you can look forward to that. Thank you, Bobby. All right, today on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, the NBA Summer League is back for another year in Vegas.